Well, September 14th. It's a Wednesday, 2022. Okay, so I got myself another load of, I don't know, strips, I guess if you want to call them, from this pile. And what I'm doing is I'm going to bring them back to the dacha and cut them up into little kindling pieces. So this took me about 30 minutes to load up. And I'm ready to go. And there's a lot more where it came from. Okay, so I'm back at the dacha, and here we are. So I took some of them out, put them onto Mad Max, brought the table saw out, and I'm gonna start cutting these pieces into little kindling strips. Anyways, gotta get back to work. Well, I have great news and not so good news. Okay, here it goes. So the great news is that I brought all this in the car and I set up my table saw and started cutting. And the good news is, or the great news, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. Okay, this took me all of maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes. So here I am cutting away. Everything is going good with my new table saw, and the power stopped. I'm like, okay, no problem. I probably kicked out the breaker. So check the breaker. No. Went into the house. Check that. No, it's not that. Like, well, maybe it's the main switch. So I went over here to the main box that comes in from the street. And it's not that. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I decided to go to the neighbor over there, Edward, but he's not home. I'm like, okay. So I went up the street, looking. Just beyond the trees on the other side, I saw a man, and he was working outside. And I asked him if the power was on at his place. He said no. I said, oh, I thought it was just me. He told me that the power was supposed to be shut off at 8 o'clock this morning, but it was shut off just after lunch. They're doing some sort of work in the community, and it will be off until 6 p.m. So here I am thinking that I screwed something up, but I didn't. But I'm done for today. I can't do anything. So that's my not so good news. But the great news is that look at this. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. Look at that. Okay. Like in Russian, they're called shapalichki. My little kindling pieces. And just to think, all this was from that mother load. Yeah, so this right here is probably worth, in Canadian dollars, I'd say probably around 150 bucks. Yeah. So there it is. Okay, so I got to clean up and go home. I'll be back tomorrow.